It's a triple header today. Wolfsburg, Man United and Borussia Dortmund. Roll the intro. Hello and welcome back to the Journeyman Save. I am Cultured Left Foot. It's a pleasure to have you with me. It's been an odd start to the season, really. We've got quite a few draws. We've won some games. We've lost some games. Well, we haven't lost in the league. That's what makes it so bizarre. Anyway, we were last together. We lost the Super Cup 2-1 to Bayern Munich. We went and then beat Wolfsburg in the first round of the Cup 4-0. Callum Bacon getting a hat-trick and Jan Petric getting a goal as well. Patreon's having a wonderful time of it in the Cup, which is good to see. We then drew with Schalke 2-2. They scored an 81st minute equaliser, which was probably undeserved. We did dominate that game, to be honest. 3-3 against Bayern. Renato Sanchez is just far too good in this game. He is ridiculously good. He scored 2 from the edge of the area and got a 3-3 draw for them. We sort of rescued it in the last 4 minutes. In the 86th minute, Alexander Isak getting another goal. We then beat 1 FC Union 4-0 in the league. In the Bundesliga, they got a man sent off, and that just consolidated what we did. That was actually new signing Anthony Martial's debut, and he got a hat-trick in it, which was very, very nice. He's on loan from Man United. We're paying like a 12 million loan fee, but he's really, really good. 5 appearances, 3 goals already. All 3 goals coming in that game there against FC Union. We then followed that up with a 2-1 loss at home to Celta Vigo in the Champions League, which was really, really crap, according that they were down to 10 men as well. So they went down, we went 1-0 up, they went down to 10 men, scored in the 87th minute, scored a sub came on, Victor Carrascal for us. He came on and then scored an OG in the 89th minute. And so we lost our first game in the Champions League this year, 2-1 to the weakest team in the group, which was really annoying. We followed that up with a 4-3 win against Hoffenheim. Havertz, Douglas and Isak getting the goals, Becker and Amiri for them. 2-2 in the league against Red Bull Leipzig, or RB Leipzig. 84th minute, we're fighting till the end. We can't really settle on a tactic at the moment. That's our main issue at the moment. Hamburg, we beat them 2-0. Douglas Luiz getting 2 identical goals, each from the edge of the box. Corner came in, headed down to him. He volleyed it from the edge of the box into the top corner. Great performances for him. And we've just drawn 0-0 with Stuttgart, which was, frankly, quite disappointing. And now we have 3 very tough games all back to back. So Wolfsburg, Man United and Dortmund. That game against Man United is pretty crucial in the Champions League, to be honest, because at the moment it looks like this. Celta Vigo are currently top, winning 2 from 2 with 6 points. Man United lost to Celta Vigo 2-0 away. We obviously lost to Celta Vigo but beat Benfica. So the game against Man United is quite crucial because no one expected Celta Vigo to be top like that. So it's really changed the dynamic of the group. The league, why I say the league is looking very strange, because if we just load it up here properly so we can get it in a bit bigger screen. Dortmund are top on 16, having only lost 1 game. We haven't lost a game, but we're second on 13 points. But we've drawn 4 games already this season, which is incredible. Bayern had a terrible start to the season. If we get up their schedule, they had a terrible start to the season, losing 3-0 to Hoffenheim and 3-1 to Hamburg, drawing 0-0 like us with Stuttgart, and obviously drawing 3-3 with us. They've beaten teams you'd expect them to beat, but losing to Hoffenheim and Hamburger is just awful for them. Really, really bad after their really good pre-season that they had. But today we are facing Wolfsburg, Man United and Dortmund. So we'll get into it. We'll go through the team once we're into the game. I quite like that Wolfsburg kit, even though it's a fake made up one. Not as nice as ours though. Thank you again, Ben, for those. Really good. We're going back to the diamond. This is how we're lining up. We have 2 copies of it. We have a slightly more defensive formation, which leaves a poacher up front. We also have the 4-2-3-1 that we're sort of incorporating if we need to play wider and keep a back 4 that's pretty solid. But at the moment, we're going to line up with diamonds are forever. Let's get into the game. That is what we're mainly all here for. This will be a spliced up game. We're not going to talk through the whole thing because we have 3 games to get through today. A very fancy triple header for you. Weigl looking a little bit tired. I'm just going to say passionately, yeah, let's go and show why we're so good. Let's go and back up what the pundits are saying about us, and we'll assertively say there's a lot more to come from all of you. We'll end the talk, get to the kickoff, and the game gets underway. A Wolfsburg team we probably should be beating. They're not a force like they once were in the Bundesliga, but of course Magallanes in goal for us against his former team. So let's see how it works out. 20 minutes gone and nothing of note to report. We've had 3 shots, only 1 on target. They haven't had a single shot in the game yet. It's just not been a very active game. Herrera to Zawodowski shoots wide of the post. Magallanes had it covered. And they haven't really got any names that stick out either in their team. Heinrichs to Douglas Luiz. Weigl to Heinrichs. Heinrichs back to Douglas Luiz. Into Havertz. Good football this, but there's a poor pass. And Van Leeuwen will bring it away for Wolfsburg. Douglas Luiz. He has been a very good purchase so far this season. Havertz comes forward into the box, gets to the byline, crosses. Isaac's there, it's hit the post. Fidel's hit the other post. Oh my word. That is ridiculous that could happen. Isaac should score, and then Fidel should most definitely score. Obviously the angle is too tight for him, but we still come on the attack. Havertz to Havertz into Fidel. Fidel, ball across. Isaac with a header. That one goes in. 26 minutes gone after hitting the woodwork twice. We then create another chance, and Alexander Isaac does not miss it. You can't afford to give him that many chances. Havertz did well here with a little ball through to Havertz. Havertz up to Fidel. Fidel dinks it in. Isaac sort of got in between the fullback and the centre-back, and then in off the underside of the bar as well. What a great header that is. He tried his hardest to miss it again, but we do find ourselves 1-0 up after half an hour. So, Muller tackles, but it falls to Herrera. Van Leeuwen out to Leandrinho. Henrichs with a good tackle, but Tolian gets there from Leandrinho's pass. Scholar Van Leeuwen shoots well over the bar. Not a very good finish from their striker for Wolfsburg. Both teams coming to this looking pretty tired, which suggests that Wolfsburg also had a European game, or a midweek game, sorry, that they haven't fully recovered from. But as we tick down towards half-time, we're still 1-0 up. We're dominating the game pretty comfortably. I don't think I'm going to change anything at half-time. And we'll see you there. So yeah, into half-time, 1-0 up. I'm just going to tell the guys calmly, I'm pleased with how things are going. Let's keep it up. The only thing I'm going to do at the moment is we're going to go into here. We're just going to drop it down to standard, and we're going to ask them to take a little bit of a breather, which will change some instructions. I just think because we're a bit tired, you know, we don't have people pushing on as much. Let's just keep the ball a little bit more. Take the breather button actually can work quite well. You don't want to leave it on for a whole half. You want to just sort of leave it on for about 15 minutes, which is what we're going to do, and then we're going to go back to the original formation. Leandrinho into Azrud Skyslat, which is an amazing name. Heinrichs blocks the cross, keeps it in, finds Douglas Luiz, and now we need to build from the back, which is something those of you that have followed the channel for a while will know that I love my teams to do. As Fidel gets in, Isaac's there, goes around his man, shoots, saved by Perez Guedes. And Heinrichs wins the header. Weigl into Havertz. We're again keeping this attack alive, it looks like. Douglas Luiz, Weigl, back to Havertz, into Havertz, but he's robbed, and Coco will come forward with it. Van Leeuwen, well, his cross shot, whatever it was, is blocked. Fidel knocks it down to Isaac. Isaac back to Fidel. Fidel, cross in. Havertz is there, and he heads it over the bar. And I think now we're just going to use this as an opportunity just to come off that, take a breather. We're going to go back to pushing it higher, back to closing down a little bit more. And we'll go from there. Ball forward. Isaac's beaten in the air, but Luiz picks it up into Fidel. Fidel, if he could turn, he had a ball on, but it's a great ball out to the left-hand side to Sven Muller. Sven Muller into Havertz. Havertz into Isaac. We are ripping them apart now. Fidel shoots over the bar as they bring on another striker and take off a fullback, I think that was. But they have now reverted back to a one up front formation. Looking at the ratings-wise, there's not much we can do, although Havertz has just picked up an injury, so he will be coming off and being replaced by Brett Higgins in the attacking role, which I'm more than happy to see. Baye's having a pretty good game. I think what we're going to do, just to try and completely mark that new striker they've just brought on out of the game, we're just going to get Eric Bayer. He is the better marker of the two between him and Lovro. Lovro is keeping Udoki out of the team at the moment. He came in for one game when Udoki had a little bit of a knock and has performed very well, so he keeps his spot. That's how it rolls. We've got a few players moaning about first team football. Carrascal would like some more. Leno, the goalkeeper, would like some more. Bernard Leno, and he had a bit of support from teammates, which was a little bit annoying. But we seem to have placated the situation at the moment. Havertz to Brett Higgins. Brett Higgins back to Havertz. Douglas Luiz, Fidel, he's got to run outside him. But into Brett Higgins. Oh, he's hit the post again. Bloody hell. We might get punished for not taking these chances. We are looking a little bit tired again. But all in all, it's been a pretty comfortable performance, which suggests now Wolfsburg will probably score. Ball forward. Isaac is beaten in the air. Lovro gets there though. Brett Higgins to Weigl. Back to Lovro. Into Havit. Again, building up slowly and nicely from the back. Great ball through to Isaac down the line. Can he get across? And he does. Fidel! Oh, it's gone wide. We have ripped Wolfsburg to pieces, but cannot take the chances we're creating at the moment. Heinrichs, Zavitovsky, Herrera, Leandrinho for Wolfsburg, out to Coco. They're still not throwing a lot of men forward, but what a ball that is. Van der Heyden's got the wrong side of BAYER, and then he puts his shot really wide. BAYER putting him under a bit of pressure. Still 1-0, into injury time we go. Magallanes with a goal kick out to Muller at the left-back position. Muller comes forward with it, into Douglas Luiz. Douglas Luiz to Lovro. Lovro, long ball over the top. Can Isaac get on the end of it? He does. He's through 1-on-1. He's missed. Fidel with a rebound. It's 2-0. Into injury time. That should be the game. Lovro with a lovely weighted pass, as we see here, over the top, looking for Isaac. I mean, he's just hoofed it. It's not a weighted pass at all. But we'll give you the credit, Lovro. Isaac, good save from Perez Guedes, and then Fidel pounces on the rebound, and that will see the game out. And there we go, full time. We will be back for the Man United game. See you there. Okay, so having been rested, we keep the same team. The only difference is Brett Higgins comes in to replace the injured Kai Havertz. Martial misses out. He's picked up a long-term injury, out for like 3 months now. Eric Bailly is in to face his former club. They line up with David De Gea, Ajapong, Wood, Lindelof and Robson. Zivkovic, Hernandez, Pogba still there as club captain. Vargas on the left. Lukaku up front with Ramadan Sobhi. Interesting, a very good player who has very good potential in this game. They signed him from Stoke for $45.5 million. Right, let's get into the dressing room. Let's try and fire the guys up. They've had a really good rest. They're all ready and raring to go. I'm hoping that the Man United players might be a little bit tired. I have faith in you. End the team talk. Get into the tunnel. Assertively, he's performed to the very highest standard, which means he's going to concede a lot now. No, I'm not going to probably change them, but he's just been rested. It's nothing more than that. Here we go at Old Trafford to face Man United. It's going to be a very tough game. They're playing a traditional 4-4-2. Let's see how the game unfolds. Okay, the first highlight comes in the 36th minute. It's been a pretty boring game since then. Zivkovic is tackled well, but Hernandez picks it up into Pogba, Vargas, round to Lukaku. Good save from Magallanes. He is performing very, very well at the moment. And now it's a corner. Hernandez will swing it in. Hernandez puts the ball in. Douglas Luiz heads it away. Weigl's there. Can we launch a counter? That's an adventurous pass, and Lindelof covers it very well indeed. Into half-time, 0-0, a boring game. I'm more than happy with that. I'm just going to say, I'm happy because 0-0 away at Old Trafford is nothing to be scoffed at. It's a very good result in my mind. So we'll passionately get out there. Yeah, I can't believe you can improve. You're doing all right. Let's see what we can do. We need to get our strikers involved in the game a little bit more. Maybe it'll be Isaac off for maybe Dolberg or Callum Bacon to try and get someone in behind. Or we've got Di Marta on the bench as well, who we can use as a target man. So we'll see what happens. Marcus Rashford comes on. He's going to score. Wood with a free kick to Man United. Out it goes to Vargas. Into Lukaku. Loads of space. And he misses past the post. He really should be doing better with that sort of chance. We're going to make a double substitution up front. It's going to be Isaac off for Dolberg and Callum Bacon on for Fidel. We're going to swap those two over, and then we're going to leave Callum Bacon up front as a poacher to try and just get on the end of any sort of knockdowns or saves or anything like that. As Lukaku's been left in absolutely acres of space. What is going on here? Shoots again from range, and Magallanes makes a very good save. Not happy with that at all. Who should be picking up Lukaku? One of our centre-backs really should be doing that, as Kovacevic, world-class midfielder, comes on for the legendary midfielder Paul Pogba. Muller with a free kick. Douglas Luiz, Weigl, into Havit, to Brett Higgins, to Callum Bacon, out to Heinrichs. Heinrichs gets to the byline. Bacon couldn't get there, and Lukaku gets on the end of it to mop it up, and Robson. And now Man United will try and launch their own counter-attack. Zivkovic, or Zivkovic, I don't know why I pronounce his name like that. Heinrichs has got to get there, and he does. Otherwise, Lukaku was in, and Dolberg out to Heinrichs. Heinrichs put a cross in. He does. Bacon! Get in there. 1-0 up. Callum Bacon with the finish. Got on that cross as a true poacher. What a finish. Heinrichs did very well, the club captain. Plays a lovely 1-2 with Dolberg. gets it back, crosses from slightly deeper than we'd normally realise, and Heinrich's ball in. Back Callum Bacon's movement does Lindelof and the other centre-back, and it puts us 1-0 up at Old Trafford, and now we're going to have an absolute wave of attacks at us. Robson, Vargas beats his man, back to Kovacic, I don't know why I keep saying his name wrong. Ajapong out to Zivkovic. Great tackle from Muller, who keeps it in as well. Now just do something sensible with it. Weigl up to Havit, to Brett Higgins. Can we launch an attack here? Douglas Luiz just keeping the ball well. Weigl, oh god, he's hit it against his own man, but gets it back luckily. Muller to Havit to Douglas Luiz. Douglas Luiz to Havit, Brett Higgins. Oh, it's a poor pass to Muller. Lukaku's going to win that header, and it's away by Lovro. Kovacic, Hernandez, Vargas. Lukaku's been left in acres again. Lukaku shoots from range. Magallanes had it covered over the bar. Luckily, Lukaku is having a pretty poor game for United up front today. Might sub off Lovro. I don't like changing my back four, but oh, he's gone up to a 6.7. I'll let you off Lovro. Magallanes, Muller into Weigl to Havit to Douglas Luiz, back to Weigl to Brett Higgins. This is good football. Dolberg gets there. I thought he was going to drop it off to Heinrichs, but he doesn't. He puts a ball in, and Vargas picks up. And then Lukaku again in absolute acres. I think I'm going to have to sort out my centre-backs of who they're marking. Rashford's in. Great save from Magallanes. I think we're going to just have to get both of these to man mark. Mark specific player. Lovro, you're a bit quicker, so you can mark Rashford. You're much stronger. So you are going to mark Romelu Lukaku, and that is what we're going to do. So hopefully that means now they won't counter-attack on us like that, because that's now the second time or third time in the game that's happened. Ajapong, oh, poor pass, and Brett Higgins intercepts it really well. Havit, Douglas Luiz, nothing silly, clearance is poor. Emerson, Vargas is there. Vargas ball across, and Lukaku puts it in, and he's been having a terrible game, but that's all come from our own making of not putting a good clearance in. They've had 4 clear-cut chances, so to be fair, they deserve that goal. Robson with a throw. Are United now going to nick it? That would be really annoying. Udoki's going to come on for Lovro at the back, when he's going to be put as a ball-playing defender. I'm just wondering now if we get rid of these and just let them do it to their own devices. I'm hoping it's not going to be too late. As Robson into... Oh, he just throws it straight to Weigl. Heinrichs, ball forward. Bacon does win it. Dolberg into Brett Higgins. Through to Callum Bacon. Bacon round the goalkeeper. It's 2-1. Straight away we get another goal. The Patreons combining the CLF team. Brett Higgins into Callum Bacon. And Bacon with a lovely finish. Good round the ball corner to Dolberg. Dolberg waits and holds it up, waiting for the run of Higgins. Again, a lovely ball round the corner. And then just past David De Gea and slips it into the goal. Lovely stuff. We're still going to stick with that and not have the centre-backs marking the strikers as they should. We're just going to let them mark whoever's closest to them. And it's 5 minutes to go. And this is it. 15 seconds left. Heinrichs will get the ball. Just hoof it down pitch. That's fine. Heinrichs into BAYER. BAYER. Use Heinrichs again. Don't lose it. Douglas Luiz. Weigl back to BAYER. BAYER. Use Heinrichs. Oh, there's the full-time whistle. A monumental, famous victory against Man United at Old Trafford. I am absolutely delighted by that. Very special. They don't seem to care, but I am absolutely thrilled. This episode has actually gone on for a lot longer than I thought it would, but we will do that Dortmund game as well. So, a very good performance. Callum Bacon was brilliant. He was brilliant what he did today. I don't want to comment on individual performances. I don't think Vargas was the best player. I thought Callum Bacon was, or Brett Higgins, because they were both absolutely superb. And there we go. We'll be back for the Dortmund game. And here we are to face Dortmund away from home, but we keep the same team, the exact same formation and team that just beat Man United. It's the starting team. So although Callum Bacon got 2 goals, he keeps his place on the bench. They have Svilla, their new signing in goal, who they got from Benfica. Looks pretty good. And then they got Can, Reece Oxford will know, Gerardhead will know, Emre Can is in there, Timo Werner, and Kevin Schultz, or Kai David Schultz, not Kevin, Kai David Schultz, they bought big money from Bayern Munich last year. Let's get into the dressing room is what I'm trying to say. Come on, lads, show what you can do to keep this run going, because we have been on a great run in brilliant form. And I think we've got enough to get past Dortmund. We come into this at the top of the table. If we get the league table back up here like we had last time, as you can see, we currently sit second because Hamburg have played their game. So the winner of this game will go top by a point. If it's a draw, we both sit behind Hamburg in the table. Corner, Fidel to swing it in. Brett Higgins on the edge of the box. Into Isaac, bit of space, comes to someone. Shoot, Brett Higgins shoots. Oh my god, he's hit the woodwork. Weigl back across. Reece Oxford gets it away. And Fidel brings it forward. A good tackle from Hakan. Oh, we were so close to getting the lead then. Sevilla, ball forward. Lovro with an easy header. Weigl is tackled by Prazzoli. Brass, ball forward. Cesar Augusto's left in acres of space. Puts it past the goalkeeper. And it's 1-0 to Dortmund after we hit the bar at the other end. That is the life of Football Manager. So it was a header from Lovro, and Weigl lost out in a very bad challenge for Prazzoli, and then we're just left in acres of space. Lovro got drawn over to Mark Schult up front. Oh, disappointing. Cesar Augusto, the goal scorer, over the free kick, and Hakan will get on the blocked shot. Hakan out to Cesar Augusto again. Ball across Prazzoli. Schult is there. Fires it into the top corner. The big money buyer from Bayern Munich last season gives Dortmund a 2-0 lead. And we are very slowly capitulating in this game. We're going to skip that replay. Not going to change anything. We're going to get to half time. It's just disappointing. Brett Higgins comes forward looking for Isaac. Poor pass, and Hakan is there covering Gerhardt with a ball forward. Oh, Schult is just in behind. Schult comes forward. Terrible shot. Into half time. 2-0 down. Not been the best of performances. We're going to the diamond isn't working, so we're going to mix it up and go for this. So we're going to put Isaac up front as a complete forward on attack. Left wing is going to be Dolberg is going to come on the left hand side. Weigl is going to come off, and it's going to be... Is it going to come off? Is he going to come off? Yeah, he is. We're going to put Havit back there. Weigel's going to move over there for Douglas Luiz. Douglas Luiz doesn't really want to play there, but he's going to have to. And on the right wing, we're going to put Dimata, who doesn't... who prefers it out there? Isaac's actually a better winger. So we're going to bring Dimata on. He's going to be a target man on support, which means you guys are all now going to go on to attacking so that we can get people... We're going to go inside forwards as well, so we can get people in and around Dimata when he's winning those flick-ons. Havit and Douglas Luiz will stay in the middle. We won't change the back four at the moment, although no one's having a very good game. But we'll use that, and we're going to go into the team talk, and we're going to assertively tell the boys I expect to see a much better showing in the second half. Start the second half. Let's see if those substitutions make a difference. Corner, Cesar Augusto, ball in, Schult heads wide, and Dortmund continue their domination of this game, it seems, from the start. Hakan to Werner. Werner comes forward. Good run from Timo Werner. Emre Can up to Paul. Heinrichs picks it up. Intercepts well. Dimata, ball through to Isaac. To Brett Higgins. He's got the run of Dolberg, but it goes back to Isaac. Square it. Oh, he shoots and hits the post. And Reece Oxford gets it away. And that shows the front four all combining already. Probably should have gone through to Dolberg and squared it rather than shooting when through one-on-one. But, again, that's the life of Football Manager. Sivlar with a ball forward. Muller wins the header. Prazzoli gets it down. And then Cesar Augusto outpaces Muller. Ball across. Good header away. Isaac can't get there. Gerhard. Prazzoli. So Cesar Augusto. Ball across. Shoot. They've hit the post. And Lovro hoofs it away. Isaac. Come on, Dolberg. Get forward. Run. Number 10. Run, Dolberg. Dimata. Back out to Isaac. Ball across. And Sivlar with an easy catch. And we're going to make another change. And it's going to be Havit is going to come off for Callum Bacon, and we're going for this game. We are going to really go for it. We're going to swap you two over. Bacon's going to go up front alongside Dimata, and then we're going to put him to a poacher on attack. You guys can go back to being a winger on attack, and you can be a winger on attack as well. There we go, 4-2-2-2. Let's see what we can get out of this formation. So Dortmund currently 2-0 up, but we have the ball. Lovro. Back to Maganales. Long ball forward looking for Isaac, who gets beaten to it by Gerhan. Douglas Luiz with a good header. Emre Can. Brass to Werner. Shoot. Tackled, but Werner picks it up. Shoots from range, and it goes wide. They have... I mean, we've had the possession. They've had the shots. And if you don't shoot, you can't score. So they've had more shots, and they've scored more goals. Simple. Sivlar with a goal kick, and that should be Dolberg's ball. It is. It's a poor header. Just bring it down. Callum Bacon putting Hakan under pressure. Cesar Augusto into Stark to Emre Can. Emre Can out to Brass. Brass has got a runner on the overlap, and Werner turns into Dembele through the goal. Magalhaes one-on-one. Moussa Dembele is not going to miss that. 3-0 Dortmund. They have been the much superior team in this game. And that will see us through to injury time. 3-0 loss it looks like it's going to be. As it could be 4-0 as Werner looks to get in behind. It's a tight angle. He scored. Crap. 4-0 Dortmund. They've been a much better team. They are at home. Big backing of supporters for Dortmund fans here. But that's going to be the end of the game. Muller into Douglas Luiz. Douglas Luiz is a poor pass. Dembele gets there. But it's all over. We are currently third in the Bundesliga, which isn't brilliant, but we are keeping touch with the top runners, who are Hamburg and Dortmund at the moment. But we're going to end the video there. It has been a prolonged episode, but the triple headers do that. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Please leave a like and a comment and subscribe if you're new. And for now, I'm out. Cheers.